I want to make sure that you understand some things too. That sometimes in church and other organizations, the church is not the only perpetrator of these things, but in any organization, bosses will take advantage of employees. So let me encourage you and let me strengthen you and let me exhort you to do this, okay? Your faith, okay, is not equal or validated on par with how much you work, church activity you have, okay? So in other words, you're not more holy, more righteous because you're working harder. You're not pleasing God more because you work at the church more, okay? You have to decide right now. It says, look, my faith is not validated by how much or how hard I work at the church. And equally, your faith is not necessarily as validated even as with how much time you spend with your family, even though that's critically important. Your faith is your faith, and there will be people in the church who will try to diminish that by throwing scripture in your face. Whether it's trying to equate things. What Jesus asked of his disciples is not what he's asking of a full-time or part-time youth pastor in regards to context. We're talking about the beginnings of the church. We're talking about what's going on there. We're not saying, Jesus isn't saying to you, leave your family for the sake of the church. And Jesus even asked, Jesus is saying, love me, right? When he says, hate your father and mother, although he's saying, look, Jesus is saying, I just want to have priority in your life, okay? If you have other loves that are more so than what you love for me, and can I tell you this? There are people who love the church more than they love Jesus. They love the structure, they love the programs, because that validates them, and it gives them those things. And too many youth workers, youth pastors, bivocational, volunteer, all those things begin to equate their relationship with the Lord with how much they work or how much they do for the church. And that's just simply not so. And so let me encourage you, Jesus asks us to follow him. And that does not always mean doing everything the church asks us to do. Sometimes following Jesus means we're saying no to something in the church because we have to take priority with our family. We know, listen, guys, who's coming to our funeral? Miss Nanny Nooney, at First Church, wherever that is may not be coming to our funeral 30 years from now. But let me tell you what, the kids in our children, some kids in our youth group may come to our funeral, maybe not. But the kids who are coming to our funeral are going to be our own kids, our wives. The people who are going to weep the loudest are our children, our wives, our husbands, our mothers, our fathers. And really what we're doing is saying, listen, we have to be able to find a balance in those things. We have to be able to find the place where we're saying, listen, we're not equating, our work at the church with how good or bad we are as a believer in Jesus. I'm going to close this with a final quote, if I can, by Zig Ziglar. And he says, the foundation stones for balanced success are honesty, character, integrity, faith, and loyalty. I think that's so critical. Just write those down and then ask yourself, am I a person of character? Am I showing integrity to my family and to the church? Am I showing good faith? Am I having is faith the solid bedrock of success in what I'm doing? Love. Who am I loving? And who am I loyal to? And so those are the things that I wanted to share with you guys today. I think it's super critical. Like I said, if you are trying to live up to all these various expectations, let me tell you what, it's a losing scenario. And so I would encourage you, figure out a way to do your calendar, number one. Get all the dates there and say, what is important? What is a priority? Why is this a priority for the church? And why is this a priority for my family? And how am I going to do that? If you cannot do something in the church, this is what delegation is for, guys. Delegate that out. Say, guys, I can't, my son has a game tonight. Can you do that for me? Say, Paul, I don't have any volunteers. Well, start getting some volunteers because it's going to be critical to your success in the future because you cannot be everywhere always. And you're just going to have to find somebody to help you out. And that doesn't mean dishing off your dirty work to them because some places you have to be. The church says you have to be there. Be there. Doesn't mean you can dodge Christmas Eve service because of whatever. It simply means you're like, hey, fill in for me at Christmas Eve. No, it's saying, listen, there's certain things throughout the year that you want to make your son's game, and maybe you have a small group or something. Say, listen, I need a volunteer to lead that small group tonight because my son has a ball game tonight, and I want to be there for that. So that's what it's all about, guys. Finding balance in life and ministry, first of all, is hard. It's not just going to happen. It's something you're going to have to work on, and I hope you do. I hope that's something. I hope this has been beneficial to you, and I hope it's been encouraging to you and empowering to you as a youth worker and as a minister of the gospel. And so I want to encourage you, if you are a first-time guest, this was a lot of information here, but hopefully it was beneficial to you. If you would like more things like this, by the way, I would love for you to become a subscriber. So either at the end of the video or over down below there, you can hit the subscribe button. Be sure to click the little bell there that will notify you when I do upload something or go live, and you can watch that then. Also, if you're a regular, thank you so much for being a part of this community. I love your questions. Please leave more questions down below. If you have questions you'd like me to answer, I would love to take a whole video and answer that question for you. And be sure to hit the thumbs up button. That tells me you like the video and you want more of them. And that's it, guys. That's it for today. I appreciate you guys hanging out and being a part. And I will catch you guys in the next video. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.